What's up, everybody? Demo Aurelius. Package came. So, that being said, I was looking at some of the damage. The neighbor has tractor that we're going to see if we can get him to bring over. So that way we can see if we could do this a little cheaper than taking it to a body shop, because right now it's not quite feasible. But I think it was last week or the week before last, I took a video of it. I don't know if I posted it. Might have. But anyway, I gotta go get some degreaser probably tomorrow. Might be today, I'm not sure. It's Saturday. We had a little bit of rain the other day, and this car can never stay clean because we're in the freaking desert. Anyhow. Bam. This is the bolt that goes in there. So, cam lobe is on there, integrated on. The one for the rear, here, I was on the forums, and I was talking to somebody via IM, and they were saying that they had somebody that was making them, or knew somebody that was making them, and they were on the forums. But anyhow, eventually I'm gonna go to Mazda and see if they have, look at the design of probably the CX-5 ones, or CX-9, I can't remember which one it is, but it fits basically. It's not that beat up. It is a little bent, but it's better than the one that's down there. Anyhow, yeah, we're gonna have to see about my neighbor coming, phrasing, because I tried to use, where are you? Bang. If I gotta pull this one completely out and try it again, I'll do it, but I couldn't get it to move anything. So I was looking, and down under here, underneath these, there's two bolts. So if we had to figure something out, that's where we'd have to stretch from. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this. If the neighbor is willing to bring over his tractor and try to at least put the bucket on and push it down a little bit. We got the strap, I don't want to say towing strap. It's a lifting strap, I know that. But anyhow, if he can use that on the bucket, we might be able to do a little pulling with the bucket. If he can tip it down, he might be able to stretch some of this out. I was going to try to lift it with this, but me being as old as I am now and I got that accident, that bastard was a little too heavy for me to get up, especially with it being up an extra, I would say 8 inches or so, possibly more, don't know. I'd have to grab my tape measure, which I'm too lazy to go and get, so I can check and tell you actual truths of what's going on. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. We've got parts came in that we need. I gotta find where I put that damn nut, which is probably on the back of the bolt, because it's not in here unless it's in there, and if it is in there, then I just haven't looked for it quite yet. But yeah, we are going to start making progress again, and it makes sense why this didn't want to line up correctly. So you can see that it's kind of bent, especially here. Doesn't want to line completely up because it's not straight, because it's running in the angle this way, hence why it's twisted. Straight and down, tweaked and up. So once we start getting all this together, it's a shift over where to be lined up correctly. So from looking, I'm going to have to climb back up under, drop from the Y pipe all the way back. So I'm going to pull this one off. I've got new gaskets and put the new gaskets on the exhaust. Lower the subframe if I have to. That's why we have these pavers, so we can get up underneath and lower it down evenly. If I gotta put wood under it and drop it a little bit, we're going to get to doing what we gotta do. So I haven't really been on playing my PlayStation. I did a couple of races on Gran Turismo. My shifter's still not working at the moment. It's probably because my hub is a little loose. I don't know. If it's because of the update still, then that's what it is. Version 1 hub. So it might be conflicting. Had to go all the way back. So I think it's 455 instead of 474, which it was supposed to be anyhow. Yeah, my shifter's not working. Works on PC, but not on the PlayStation. Eventually, I'm going to try to get those SimNet pedals one day. There's a person out of South Africa, I think. They have a channel, and they're doing SimNet Pros pedals on Thrustmasters. So, they were showing that it works with the T300, which if you're into or need to do a budget and you can find a T300, it's still worth it compared to the, the T248s and the 128s. I mean, that's like the T150s. But you get a detachable wheel. Force feedback was a whole lot better. I used it for about 6 years until I updated to the T598 because UPS decided to drop it over the fucking fence 6 feet, and boom, crushed that. My TX wheel, where I had to salvage this, that, and the other, and now it's just floppy around, and I'd have to possibly just find used parts on eBay and just replace, because the fan and a couple other things is like a little twisted up and bent. Yeah, but the SimNet pedals, if you're going to run it with the haptic feedback motors and everything, you're going to definitely need to use what is that? I forgot what it's called. You'd have to run your PC with it. I forgot what it's called. I haven't really used it, but anyhow, he was showing that you got to use the signal wire and the ground wire, yellow and blue, and put them together. The blue is supposed to be the ground. The yellow one that goes possibly into the base has to get cut, and it goes directly into, and then you would have to, I would say, instead of just using electrical tape, if you're handy like myself and do wiring, then you would get liquid electrical tape. But if you have to just use electrical tape, I would say wrap that one wire and then wrap everything else instead of just trying to wrap it all together. So anyhow, yeah. So Thrustmaster works with the SimNets. I'm researching for the Logitech wheels. My brother's got Logitech. I got to use the G Pro. He was thinking about getting the new RS, was it 50? Sounds interesting. Should be interesting. New pedals to it and everything, but it's still almost $1,000 basically once you do, if you get the PlayStation version, because the chip is in the base. But me personally, I would get the Xbox Hub just in case. Not that I have an Xbox, not that I deal with Microsoft like that, but you never know. You might have somebody that has an Xbox and brings their Xbox for a weekend, traveling, family members, a lot of people are single that's possibly watching this, single guys, single ladies. So if you meet somebody that has kids or nieces, nephews, or your new other, and they have a Xbox, then you could actually run the wheel because of the hub. That's also how why I did my Xbox hub for my my GTDD Pro. So yeah, that way you got covered on all bases: PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Because you never know, they might have actual good game that, like Forza Horizon. If you want to try Forza Horizon, we got it on PlayStation now, but before we didn't. So, not that it's supposed to be all that great because I haven't tried it. It might be like Need for Speed Heat was completely horrible, and I just, did the tryout on it, and the force feedback was absolute garbage, and I gave my opinion. I would not even let a 3-year-old child drive on it because it's a waste of time. I mean, yeah, concept is pretty. You get speed through the streets, but you can't feel anything. So, it is what it is. So this is where we're at right now. I want to wash this down car, but the wind's been kicking up because yesterday I was out here and it was kicking up. I was out here the day before and it was kicking up. Tires up under the vacuum, 2 of them. They're going to go on as soon as I start getting all this stuff together. Front wheels, I'm going to fix the toe angle when I start messing with the angle kit. What else is going on with this? Doing some research here and there. Leaving a lot of it alone. Halfway lazy, but also doing other things. So, we're doing what we're doing. We're going to eventually get this damn car up. Lost the steam because during the summer didn't have much to do. Now it's getting colder, and right now I don't have much to do, so I'm out here looking at things, wanting to do stuff, taking a look. I'm going to possibly put some cardboard crawl under, and look a little bit more. I might actually drop the subframe a little bit. JD had loosened it up at the points back there and on the other side, so start dropping it a little bit more. Might have to use the jack to stabilize down in the middle, so I'd have to shift the pavers a little forward. Not sure yet. I will see when I get up under there. But yeah, after all those weeks, September, and I finally get it. I finally get it yesterday. So, yeah, I've got the car wash soap, and I'm really debating on washing this expensive yard art. So, I want to say, drink you plenty of water. One good deed a week at the least, if you can. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. Go outside and get you some fresh air, and even if it has to be at night, don't be a creeper. Mind yours, or it will mind you. Have a good day, stay safe, and try to be a better person. Peace.